Hello beautiful souls, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Anu and I am your intuitive tarot host. Today's reading and the topic for today's pick a card is what change or changes are coming your way. Again, as with all pick a cards, you can choose multiple piles. We have three options today, so go with the first one that you're drawn the most to. But what I want to talk about in the intro for like 30 seconds is today I'm incorporating a new divination tool which is called the I Ching. I will, so this is the book and the cards that I have. You don't have to have these, but I will give you the numbers if you want to go further into it. Basically, I stands for change and Ching means the book. So this is the classical Chinese system of predicting change, and it was really used in the ancient days. And with this author Paul O'Brien, I'm not sponsored by the way, what he has done, he has taken the traditional version and tried to adapt it to today's world. So I found it very interesting, and I was just called to incorporate I Ching along with tarot and oracles and tea leaf oracles and other things that I usually use. So that's what the context is for today's reading. What change or changes are coming your way? Option number one, we have the yellow or gold agate. Option number two, we have the purple agate. And then option number three, we have the blue agate. So take your first pick and I will see you right at your selection. Hi group one, this is for those of you who chose the first option, the yellow or gold agate. I'm just gonna place this here. This is going to be a reading. We're starting with I Ching. We'll get tarot, we'll get tea leaf cards, we'll do Lenormand, astro, all of it, okay? So sit back, relax. This is going to be interesting. As I said, I'm going to be using I Ching, and I'll read from the guidebook and I'll tell you how to Google it. So you don't have to buy these things, but you can if you want to. Okay, so in I Ching, we draw two cards. We do the present and what is it changing into the future. So let's see what's the present situation, and then we'll get deeper into it. So you have returning, number 24. This is very beautiful. This, you may think like returning what, or returning to what? And this is a very, it's in terms of tarot, this is like the rebirth card. So what you're returning to is the light. You have done the shadow work. You're coming out of the depths. You're coming out of the darkness, and you're returning to light. So at the time, and again, all these readings are timeless. At the time you're seeing this, you may be feeling that you're sort of coming up for air. You have done a lot of inner work, a lot of shadow work, or maybe you have spent time in, hermit mode, being on your own. And all that, you may have felt like a long tunnel that you have been in. And when this card shows up, it's really saying that you are returning to light. So this could also be you returning to surface. You're returning to the usual self that you used to be, or returning to your friend circles, returning back to work, anything like that. But it talks about a transition. Okay, so I'll show you these numbers again, but your present situation is talking about returning. And in the future, oh wow, you have creative power. I pulled these and I made notes and then I forgot what they were. But in the future, the biggest change that is coming is you coming into your creative power. This is number one. And if you can see by the color, there's like and see what you get from the imaging as well. But really talks about you taking flight. And these are called symbols. Don't worry too much. These are called hexagrams. You have two types of flying, a solid and a broken. Solid is yang energy, and broken, which is in here, is more yin energy. So even if you just think that way, you're going from being very internal, withdrawn on your own, to now coming out absolutely full steam ahead into your power and coming out and embracing. Actually, I feel like this pile has been in hiding a little bit, and in hermit mode, in doing shadow work, and it's almost like you've shed all that skin and now it's time to come out and shine. So if you want to look up deeper meanings of these, I'll tell you for group one, all you do is you Google I space Ching, number 24, And if you want further details, you can read the lines 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll show you what this looks like. So you have number 24 and number 1. Those are your cards from present to future. And don't worry too much about what I mean by lines. It's basically the difference between the two diagrams. Okay, so I'll show you 24. This is what the diagram looks like. So from going from 24 to 1 is how you'll read it, but you'll go and read lines 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you do not have to go by this author. Just Google this and you'll find the meaning of the cards. Okay, so but basically you're returning to light. I want to read you a little excerpt for creative power, since it's such a powerful one. So I'll read the future energies for you. This says, let's see if you can focus. You can pause and read. My camera is not the high def one, so bear with me. The air is ripe with imagination. Let's show you the card as well. There you go. The air is ripe with imagination, inspiration, and energy. The flying dragon is an ancient symbol of a dynamic, arousing force that bodes well for creative movement. If your goals are in alignment with the greater good, positive actions taken with good timing will meet with success. This is an excellent time to exercise leadership because you can be strong now. But be forewarned, success turns to failure if strength turns to arrogance, right? So that's what it's talking about. This is the magician energy, even the number. Number 1 is magician energy. If you want to read more on this, again, I Ching 24, I Ching 1 is all you have to Google. You can take a snapshot. If you want to know details, you can read further as well. That said, let's see. I feel like this is more of an overarching energy, overall area of your life, but let's see what the Astro Dice tells us. Like, what area is this specific to, Spirit, for pile 1? This part is going to be loud. Hold on. Okay, so we have Gemini, we have 11th house, and then we have Venus. So let me just show you. We have Gemini, we have Venus, and then we have the 11th house. Okay. So there is, ooh, that's what I thought. Didn't we say returning to a friend circle? That's going to happen for some of you. There is going to be a change in how you connect with your friends. There's going to be more harmonious and more heart-based, more authentic. It is possible if some of you have gone through a change in your friend circle, the new soul tribe, the new friend circle, for lack of a better word, that you're coming into, you won't feel that you have to adapt to them and vice versa. There's going to be a very common thought pattern there, but this is where, you know, it's like with the Gemini, communications are going to be very, very clear and direct. There's not going to be a need to have let's say disclaimers, or just, you know, trying to be very cautious about how we talk to friends, because these are all based in genuine love. Okay, these are going to be friendships that you're going to value for a long time. This can also mean you're actually expanding your philosophies at this time, because Gemini is the mind energy. 11th house is all about the future, futuristic thinking, our long-term goals, our connections, our friend circles. Ooh, and I lost Venus, where she is. And Venus is all about what or who we value. Okay, so that's the area that this applies to. Where do I keep it so you guys can keep looking at them? Let's see, I'll leave him here. Okay, let's see what else we get on this front. Okay, so I'm gonna get some tea leaf and then we'll get into tarot. So let's see what this changes are about. Returning to light, returning from the shadows, coming into our creative power. So we have teardrops, great personal sorrow. Oh, there's so many here. We have the wall, misunderstanding. We have dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. We'll get 2 more. And we got 2 more. Okay, and we have firecracker, excitement. If that's not you know, this creative power. I don't know what it is. And then we have a table, which is hard work ahead. Okay, so what I'm seeing it is like, as we said, the teardrops, great personal sorrow, and the wall, misunderstanding. These could very well be related to the 11th house, to your friend circle, to the way you have had to connect or be, or even like, for lack of a better word, pretend to be around your social circle, right? You may have felt like you were kind of caved in with this wall energy showing up over here. But, you know, that's what you're transitioning out of. And as you come into your personal power, of course, there's, you know, other avenues open up. So we have dolphin. Dolphin is the most, like for me, is the most playful energy, and it's also the most prosperous, because dolphin spirit is very good at balancing fun and work. Okay, they are the most spiritual representation in my opinion, in the animal spirit kingdom. So it's literally like you're leaping forward into your creative power and getting financial gains out of it. This would be like a big breakthrough moment with firecracker here. So yes, a lot of excitement around it. And with that is going to come a lot of hard work as well, as you reinvent yourself, as you adapt your long-term goals and your philosophies and what you want to create in the long term. Of course, is going to come with some hard work on it. Okay, so those are what we see overall. Let's see what Lenormand tells us. If you can go deeper on this. Yeah, so it's yourself, your creative power, it's your friend circle, it's your mind. There is expansion, especially with the Gemini and the 11th house and the Venus showing up over here. Your mindset on who you value, what you value is going to shift, or is shifting already. And it's kind of like a, okay, we'll take. So it's kind of like a new beginning overall that's coming through over here. Let's see what we have. Oh, look at that. So we have the child, of course. The child in Lenormand talks about new beginnings. It also talks about, so again, there's transformation for sure with all the butterflies. Whenever butterflies show up, they are a symbol of transformation. This is literally what the returning energy is telling me over here, is because you are returning or coming out of the cocoon stage and coming into a butterfly stage. This could be a start of new projects, new relationships, new friendships. And then here with creative power in home, this is, as I said, you will finally feel at home, you will feel authentic, and you will also feel connected to people in a very genuine way. And that's what's coming through. So it also talks about stability in the home front. Whatever your foundation is, wherever you feel the stability that you needed to create to feel grounded in life, that's coming through. Okay, that's coming through very clearly here. You're going to feel at home. You're going to feel very comfortable in your own skin, and at the same time being that firecracker, right? Because you don't have to put up any appearances anymore. That's like the overall theme that we're seeing over here. Wow, this is gorgeous. I love it. It's like a personal transformation, and it's kind of expanding from inside out, leading not just to changes in your own personal life, but also because you're going to be on a different vibration, you're attracting different people as well. So let's see what's the advice from tarot. Like, what actions, what should pile one do? Oh, wow. You got the unknown. This deck has, I think, one or two special major arcanas, and this is one of them. This is called the unknown card. I'm sorry, can't focus. This is literally, you see how she's holding the crystal ball? This is you. You hold all the opportunities, and the unknown card says you can create whatever you want. This is like, I would say, the magician to a higher degree. Okay, so that's what's coming through. And then Spirit is saying, create whatever you want, create however you want. This is your life. You are totally empowered to live it the way you want to, in your full authenticity. I really like that, the major arcana. Okay, what else? What advice does Spirit have for pile one? Two more, please. Wow, look at that, the world. You have temperance, the world, and one more. Okay, beautiful, yes. So if you can see these cards. Oh, I love this deck. There's butterflies everywhere. So you may be seeing butterflies. It's interesting how we have the butterflies on Lenormand, and in this deck, I think throughout, there is a theme of butterflies anyway. So you have 3 out of 4 major arcanas. This is like the Trump card with the unknown, literally saying Spirit is telling you, you decide what you want to create, and you can create it today. You have Temperance and the World and the 8 of Swords. So here, literally, the World talks about ending old cycles and beginning new. Okay, absolutely. There is closure, or Spirit is asking you to close this chapter of feeling trapped. And this is like, again, a huge message over here. These 3 cards talking about a lot of self-empowerment, talking about a lot of inner power that you are stepping into, and Spirit wants you to step into. Stop holding yourself back. And this is a lot of, this talks about the mental trap. Okay, she literally can walk out of here, but her eyes are blindfolded by this ribbon, and you know, it feels like she's completely trapped, but literally she can wiggle out of this ribbon. It's a smooth ribbon. She's not, you know, tied very tightly, and she can see there, even if she like moves, she can easily walk out of these swords. Nothing is going to cut her. But it's the fear, it's the inhibition, it's also conditioning. That's what this is. The Spirit is saying, break out of this conditioning, break out of your old patterns, close the old chapters and begin new. This is good. This is the time that you've done all the dark work and you're coming into a lot of healing. Okay, it's Temperance is a lot of healing, a lot of balance in your life that is coming, and it's completely in your power to create whatever you want to create at this point. Okay, so definitely a lot of transformation energy, a lot of healing, a lot of having all the elements that you need to create what you want. So let's see the outcome should you choose. Should you choose to take this action, right? So we have the 9 of Pentacles. This is the same as the Dolphin, financial gain. Okay, so there's a lot of independence coming your way. Should you choose to break out of these chains and take power into your hands, and by power I mean co-create with Spirit the way you want. And one more. Whoops. Okay, we'll take, which one was the first one? I think this one here. It's too many cards. We have, yeah, look at that. Look, so you have the 9 of Pentacles, which is money is going to be fine. Foundations are going to be totally fine. I need to spread these out, or they're going to keep moving and driving you nuts and driving me nuts. This keeps on moving. It's like you can go whatever way you want. You can create whatever you want. You have the Unknown card. You have the crystal ball in your hand. So the first outcome is the 9 of Pentacles. Again, feeling that we have all the means, being confident, being attractive, magnetic, driving in and pulling in the resources that you need because you're vibrating so authentically. The other thing I'm being called to just say is, because I'm using a lot of like Chinese divination tools with the tea leaf cards and the I Ching, the tiger is standing out. This is the year in Chinese astrology, the year of the water tiger. So what you can do is, if you're interested, you can just Google your Chinese zodiac in the year water tiger, or you can say, for example, I'm a snake in Chinese astrology, and no, it does not mean slithering and you know, slimy. No, it means wisdom. So just putting it out there before you judge me. So what I would do is I would say Chinese snake astrology for 2022, and then you'll get, so whatever your sign is. So this tiger was really standing out to me. Tiger is a big cat, right? And the element is really kind of up and down a little bit, in the sense cats like to spring into action if you look at them, even tiger, right? So all cats behave the same way. They'll like get out all the energy, all of a sudden they'll get into something very, very quickly, and then they'll like get bored of it and then go take a nap, right? And they'll nap and then they'll gotta get up and quickly jump again. So that's generally the energy in Chinese astrology for this year. So based on your sign, whether that works for you or not is what something you can read into, but that's standing out. A little bit of a segue there. Then you have the 10 of Wands. This is about ending difficulties. You carried these burdens a long time. You have done the shadow work. This is time to end it, and you're gonna come out feeling very, very, it's like a sense of relief, okay? The burden's falling away. That's what's gonna happen here. And then you have the 7 of Swords, and this to me is really, like, look at that 7 of Swords and 8 of Swords together. This is really talking about, unblock yourself, stop holding yourself back. And this is also the time you, as I said, with these elements that we talked about here, you will no longer have to keep your guard up. Like, you don't have to pretend. You don't have to keep up appearances anymore because you're coming out and you're closing that chapter of trying to blend in and trying to like please others and be in that energy. That time is over. You're coming out of that. So let's see how Spirit is helping you. Oops, that was too quick. Okay, these cards are slippery, so I apologize. They're not going to stay straight. Let's see how Spirit is helping you through this change, through this process. Look at that. I think there was another one. Oh my gosh, look at that. We have the 6 of Swords. You have earned the right to passage. Literally, Spirit is helping clear your path. The Spirit is really helping choppy waters be moved out. That was a very bad sentence. I didn't know how that came that way, but literally Spirit is smoothing out the sailing waters for you going forward. And look at that major arcana, Lovers. This is literally what we said. We have Venus here. So for some of you, you're also attracting a romantic partner into your life. Can also be a business partner for some of you, but really Venus and the Lovers showing up says that, you know, as you choose yourself, as you choose to be who you are, that's how you attract other people as well. So Spirit is bringing a lot of love your way, okay? Be it in romantic connection or be it in the actual soul tribe that surrounds you. So you have earned this rite of passage. So keep doing what you're doing. This is the way forward. Things are going to be really smooth sailing, and you're going to come into very positive tribe of people, soul tribe. So let's close out your reading. So hopefully things are changing for the better, bringing you more spark, more energy. This is the Astro deck. I'll link it below. And I just want to see what elements would help you to step into this new creative, authentic power that we have going on here. So just let's get 2 or 3 of these. We have Jupiter expansion. Look at that. Enthusiasm, optimism, generosity. We have Virgo, mastering our, I have to show this up to you. The Virgo card says, the Alchemist. Isn't that what we're talking about? The Magician. Let's get you one more, and then I'll just, okay. Okay. Thank you for messing up the cards more, Astro deck. Okay, there we go. Everything that we've been talking about being confirmed over here. So first we have Jupiter. So there's expansion. You're going to feel, you know, as I said, with this creative power returning to light, financial gains coming through. We have the 9 of Pentacles over here. You have the World, you have Temperance, you have 10 of Wands. All these energies, firecracker and table. There is going to be expansion. So if you felt closed up so far, keep an open mind and be ready for more expansion and more changes coming your way. This really also talks about travel as well. So this is literally what rules the 11th house. Okay, so that's confirmation. Some of you are Sagittarius or are dealing with Sagittarius over here. So Jupiter expansion is coming. And some of the keyword here is expansion, and some of the other words here are enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking travel, positivity, blah, 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 right? So expansion is coming in all areas for you. Then you have Virgo. Look at what it says. the alchemist, the freaking magician, the unknown card, the crystal ball. And I think the light is kind of messing it up. The crystal ball. You hold the crystal ball of how you want to create your life. Virgo talks about our daily routines, talks about our work and our health and how we prioritize it. Very detail oriented, has a structure to how they lead their life. Okay, that's what this is, because they're trying to alchemize and create the life that they want, right? So that's why they're called the alchemist. And some of the keywords here: methodical, aligned, ritualistic, efficient, insightful, healthy, okay, dutiful, discerning, witchy, subtle, pure, refined, accurate, solitary, da 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 da. So that's what we have here. So be in that energy, plan your life, take the reins in your hand. Virgo energy is going to help you. And last but not the least, look at that, house next to house. Do you see that? Do you see the repetition and the repeating messages? There's so many synchronicities coming your way. So house, stability, your roots. You're going to feel much more stable now. You're going to feel like you have your roots established, okay? Or you want to focus on how you want to establish your roots. Some of the keywords here are family, home, family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, and shell. By the way, sidebar, some of you may be moving into a new place if this is something you've been thinking about, because the house showing up twice and a Norman can be very literal. So you could also be expanding family and with children moving into a new house, or just like looking for a new place. So tap into this energy, build your foundations. And those are the final messages from Spirit that I have for you. Comment below how you like this reading. I hope to hear from you. Go and Google those I Ching numbers, number 24 and 1. And you'll get much more, a plethora of information if you read through those, if you're called to. I wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi group 2, welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who chose the purple agate. We'll just leave it over here so we know this is your group. And if you had a chance to, listen to the intro, if not, this reading is about what changes are coming your way, and I'm incorporating I Ching, which is a Chinese traditional oracle of change divination tool, in today's reading. And in that tool, we draw 2 cards, the present and the future. So I will walk you through these. I'll show you how to search them up. I'll read you the excerpt from this book. You don't need to buy these. I'm not sponsored by these. I was just called to really incorporate I Ching. But literally you can Google I Ching and the numbers that I give you, and you can go much into detail and read up on all of that. So we're going to use these as the basis. This is a very thousands of years old traditional Chinese method of predicting the changes that are coming our way. Okay, so let's see what's your current energy. For group 2, we have careful affection. Ooh, I can tell this is probably going to be about relationships or connections in this group. This can also be about business partnerships, but basically the current situation is where the person that comes to mind, or people that come to mind for this group, are the ones where there is affection. Okay, you feel affectionate towards them. It can sometimes start a little bit with a lot of attraction, but then it kind of balances itself out, and that's why it's called careful affection, right? And from that, you are going into the future is gentle penetration. Beautiful, number 57. And this is what I'm going to read you for, but this really talks about this is a very gentle group. I'm going to say that right off the bat. Very beautiful, loving energies. I'm seeing colors pink and purple for you. So the heart chakra, even green, is really expanding for you. And with the gentle penetration, it just means, it talks about steady actions that we take. Slow and steady wins the race, but also consistently applying the same effort, right? And especially in relationships, this talks about consistent effort, consistent partnership, putting in the effort, making the effort, no matter how small it is, but just being committed to it. Okay, so for those of you who are dating or have started dating in the recent past, this talks about this elevating to the next level where there's more commitment, you know, sort of exclusive relationship, but also very good mutual commitment. And it's not like a hot and heavy and heated and just sexually driven connection. Even if it started out like that, that is going to balance itself out and get you into, this turn into a love reading, into a very gentle, committed connection. So let me read this for you, and then I'll show you the numbers that you can Google. So let's go to, oh, right there, 57. So I'll just read the summary. And I'll tell you what changing lines mean. We'll come to that. So let's roll the card up for you. I'll just read a section of it. What is gentle penetration? A subtle penetrating effect is like a soft wind blowing through reeds that are bending gracefully, demonstrating flexibility and endurance. Endurance is the word. This symbolizes a quiet, relaxed effectiveness in action. A gentle influence is at work, but just as the wind can be ceaseless in its efforts, small forces can add up to produce lasting results. Gentle penetration bodes well for new relationships or enterprises. For some of you, this could be like a business partner or even like a new boss or a new colleague if you're starting a new job. Just as a summer breeze slowly penetrates the woods to cool the forest, the ideas of gifted leaders slowly reach and sink into the minds and hearts of people. In personal relationships, a gentle beginning can lead to a long-lasting union, okay? And then it goes on and on. So what I want you, well, I don't want you to do it. If you want to know more about what these symbols mean, the changing lines basically are the difference between these two symbols. So I'll tell you, you want to Google pile 2, I Ching number 54, which is this card over here. You don't need the name, just the number. So you can Google I Ching 54 and you can Google I Ching 57. If you want to go more into details, your changing lines are 1, 3, 4, 5. So basically you read the same on both the cards. So I'll show this here if you want. I know I'm going into detail, but I know some of you out there are going to love this. So you'll go to 57, I Ching 57, and because I said your changing lines are 1, 3, 4, 5, you'll read line number 1, line number 3, and then 4 and 5. Okay, usually, like all of these, not usually, all of these have a hexagram, which is 6 lines. We start from the bottom, so don't worry about all that. If you're called to, this is your section 54 and 57. Okay. All right, so let's get a little bit more into it and see what is this really about, because normally one change will also attract in more. So I want to get a little bit deeper into this. Let's start with Astro Dice. What is the careful affection to gentle penetration about for my beautiful group 2s? Okay, so Venus showed up. Oh, I shuffled and not shuffled, I like tossed them. These two showed up for pile 1 as well, but the house is different. So we have Venus in Gemini in the 10th house. Ooh, okay, that is very interesting. I did say some of you may have changed a job. How do I have to hold these better so you can see. Okay, and the 10th house. This is what we got. Venus in Gemini in the 10th house. So what is at work over here? Your social status, and 10th house is our career, it's our social status, it's how we portray ourselves in society, and that 10th house usually incorporates career. So some of you, as I said, could be going through a job change, have changed a job, or have just started a job or a business. But also 10th house, because it says the word status, it can also be your relationship status. Okay, so that's changing, and what's happening there with Venus in Gemini is like your mindset is changing, the way you connect with people is changing, because you're reevaluating what you value and who you value. Venus is all about our value system. It's about our income, it's about our material positions, and it's about our morals. Okay, what are not morals, well, both. So what is your ethical system? What do you value? Who do you value? That mindset is changing for you and expanding, and that is ultimately affecting your social standing, whatever you define as status, be it career, be it a connection, a love relationship, or even your social circle to some extent. But this is like your identity, your social standing, and it's coming. The change is a very, very positive and gentle one, and it's going to be a long-lasting one with this energy over here with the gentle penetration. Okay, continuing on the Chinese theme, let's get some tea leaf oracles on this. So we'll get like 4 or 5 to go further into this change. What change is coming for beautiful group 2? Ah! Oh my god. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about the little fake screen there. Just 2 more. There we go, 2 more. This is just a difficult deck to handle. Okay, so we have the owl. Good advice from a wise person. We like that. We like that. So connections, right? Good advice. We have crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Okay, so this is similar to Empress energy or magician energy, if you want to think of it. You're giving birth to something new, and then you have good people around you to give you solid advice. You have cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. This is beautiful. It's like, as I said, like one change brings in more things. Oh, we have extra over here. Okay. We have dark, oh, sorry. I don't know why, because there's another one says, in this deck, there is dark woman, dark man. That's what was coming through. So older woman could be a dark older woman as well. Dealings or relationships with an older woman in whatever shape or form. Take it as it fits. You have the hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. What do you value? Do you value some downtime, or do you just value all work and no play? Okay, that's the 10th house right over there. And your group got an extra card, so let's see what we have. We have desk, pay attention to your work. Okay, all right, this is almost like coming to a realization, the balance between work life. Okay, work and enjoyment. It's saying, you know, get your ducks in a row so you can actually take a vacation, because good things are coming, good changes and long-lasting changes are coming. You're definitely very much protected, and you have good people around you. Okay, there's something new birthing for you. So I'm going to throw some 𝗪𝗏 on these for careful affection and gentle penetration. Let's see for group 2 what 𝗪𝗏 tells us. Ah, there you go. There you go. I love this. So careful affection, we have the crossroads. Okay, this is where you made the pivot, or this is where things are changing from status quo, what they were before. They may have started one way and they have shown you a new path, or they are. And then with gentle penetration, which we're talking about long-lasting, sustainable changes, committed, consistent effort. That's what is that doing? That is opening new doors for you. This is your key. Consistent effort. And again, take it as it fits. A consistent effort in terms of relationships, in terms of work, in terms of health, in terms of your mental health. Whatever you consistently nurture is going to keep on growing, and that's your key to success. You're literally at the threshold. And this is 33, which is a master number. So you may be seeing repeating numbers. That's possible. But literally from going from a crossroads to literally over the threshold and opening the key to success, or to whatever area this is. Success in terms of career or relationships, and or both. Okay, so let's see what Tarot wants to say. Tarot, what is the advice? What action should group 2 take pertinent to this change? What is the advice? We have the 10 of Cups. Whoop, whoop, whoop. 2 more, maybe 1 more. There's a lot of happiness and fulfillment coming your way. So We have 10 of Cups. Ooh, 2 of Cups. What? 4 of Wands and the High Priestess. Okay, so what Spirit is really saying, like, focus on what makes you happy. This is the Venus energy. This is the 10th house. Again, more 10 for you. 10th house energy for you. Who do you love? What do you love? What is of value to you in life? What do you want to create for the long term? And again, this is, again, a very loving, nurturing environment that you may be wanting to create. You have the 2 of Cups, and not only love yourself, but also this talks about, as we're seeing the theme over here, as I said, this could like literally turn into a love reading for this group. So love is coming your way. Pay attention. Love yourself, emanate that frequency so you can attract those people, literally, like with the owl here as well. You have the 4 of Wands. I mean, literally, you're meeting your soulmate. This is the happy home, happy family, celebration coming through. 4 is the structure, the foundation that we create for ourselves. And then we have the High Priestess, right? So listen to your intuition. You have a lot of wisdom within, okay? All the knowledge is within. You know what to do. You know who to choose and what to choose in your life. Follow the High Priestess within. That's what Spirit is really telling you over here. Let's see if we can make room. I want to, before we see the outcome, I want to see how Spirit is helping you on this journey. But this is, if I read it very, very theoretically, without looking at anything else, this is literally escalation in a connection coming into a marriage. This is the minor arcana for marriage, literally overseen by a high priestess or a priest, and then creating a family and children. Okay, and there's a crib here and there's a child here. For some of you, like you're literally taking the next step in your relationship. That's like one interpretation right off the bat. Okay, Spirit, let's see how Spirit is helping group 2. How is Spirit helping group 2? We have the Death. Look at that. Major arcana. Ending an old cycle. You are coming out of those crossroads. And the 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment, okay? Spirit is really showing you the path to your fulfillment, to your happiness. Ending old patterns. This is, you know, Spirit is really showing you you have the power within to completely resurrect. And this is very, very blessed. Very, very blessed by Spirit over here. Okay, but you're coming into 9 of Cups. You have 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. What? So much happiness. Claim it for real. Okay, so let's see what is the outcome of this change. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Hello. 2 more. Let's get 2 more. Okay. Okay, let's see. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, first and foremost, 10th house, Venus. This is like very much like Empress energy as well. Almost she looks like Queen of Wands to me more. So there is stability, there is financial stability coming. You are creating your kingdom. You are attracting a lot of abundance in your life, okay? With these changes, with the right people, with the right connections. You have the 7 of Swords. So again, coming out of a time where you have to always like watch your back or be very cautious. That phase is over. You have crossed that threshold. That's what the crossroad may have been, where you may have felt a little blocked or just like being very cautious about things in general. That time is coming to an end. And then you have the Page of Swords. Okay, this is all about leaning into the new, starting something new, a new ideology as well. And I'm being called to that because of the Gemini energy over here. Okay, there is a transformation in your mindset, in, as I said, what you value or who you value. That is changing. So follow that spark, because that's coming from this inner high priestess that you have. Okay, so go with that. Be open to new ideologies, new ideas of what does stability, what does beautiful home and family, or what does my authentic status mean to me. Go with that. You don't have to keep your guard up with the people around you or not around you. Doesn't matter. This is what you're walking away from. So some elements that would help you further on this journey, on this new long-lasting change. Let's get some astro cards here. I will list all the cards, the decks in the description box in case you want to get some for yourself. That's the best way, is to learn ourselves. So let's see. Let's get 3 of these. 10th house, Capricorn, the boss. 4th house, the roots. And then 8th house, intimacy. Oh my God. This is like, has everything. Everything. What did I say? In the beginning, I talked about the 10th house. The 10th house is our social status. It is, yes, it is work, but it's also social status. And through the other things that we've talked about, look at this. The boss. What does it say? The boss. This is 10th house energy. This is Capricorn showing up. So if you're starting something new, that's going to go really well. Some of the keywords here are serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished, badass, majestic, competent, prepared, down to earth, corporate, reserved, rigid, discipline. Okay, so if this is work-oriented, you're going to be the boss. That's what this says here. Definitely, again, showing up the 4th house. We have 4 of Wands. This is the happy home, happy family energy. And again, talks about stability, creating our foundation. Has family, home, background, comfort, cooking. Sorry, the focus is pretty bad with this webcam. Inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, and shell. So 4th house matters are coming into order, really falling into place. And look at this, 8th house, intimacy. This is the scorpionic energy showing up, and it really talks about investments, intensity, contracts, sex, erotic capital, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, inheritance, kundalini energy, stalking, and the underworld. So we may have some Scorpios in the group as well. Scorpios or Capricorns or Taurus or Gemini. Well, those are the 4 that have showed up. Outside of Pisces with the other things. So we can, yeah, but we have the death energy here as well. We have death and Scorpio showing up. So as I said, ending old patterns, beginning new. The 8th house is the house of the Phoenix, where we kind of end our old patterns and change ourselves, where we surface, we like completely destroy our old mentality and come in completely into a new way of thinking, right? And that's the house of resurrection. And also, like, of course, intimacy. So intimacy, family, all of this is like, it's like everything that whatever you want to change is totally possible at this time. And that's what I'm getting from these cards. So I hope you found this helpful. If you want, go ahead and Google those. Drop me a comment below if you have any questions. I wish you much love and light. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hi group 3, this is for those of you who chose the blue agate. This will be your reading on what changes are headed your way. If you missed the intro today, I'm bringing in the Chinese divination tool called I Ching. I will read a little bit from this book right here. I'm not sponsored by them, but I just was really called to bring in. I used to be into I Ching a long time ago, and until I got this deck and I was like, oh, this is an easier way to do it. So that's where we'll start. We'll bring in some tea leaf oracles. We'll bring in tarot, Lenormand, and astro dice and astro cards as well. But this is about what changes are coming in this tool. Again, and it's pronounced E, not I. E stands for change, and Ching means the book. So it's the book of changes in Chinese, and we draw 2 cards, the present and the future. So I'll read more on the future, but let's see what your cards are for the present situation. We have number 61, centering in truth. And then each of these has some symbols that we compare. We'll get into that later. It's not important so much. So for this centering in truth, this is similar to the judgment energy. Okay, it's all about truth. Whatever decisions you're making, wherever you are in life, whatever topic or theme this concerns in your life, and Spirit is really asking you to be very, very authentic, and also just base everything in facts, like hard facts. So, you know, staying in integrity, and you're already doing this because that's the present energy, right? So keep doing that, keep staying in your integrity and standing for your truth. That's what this is, and not having a very biased view on anything. And we'll go later We'll try to figure out what area this applies to, but this is your current energy, okay? So you are being called to either center in truth, or this is telling us that you already are centering in truth and standing in your power by following nothing but the truth, okay? It's like a judgment moment. It's like shedding all our facade, shedding all our inhibitions, and really just following our authenticity and also following the truth. What this is bringing you into, we have nourishment. Beautiful. This is number 27, and I'll read a little excerpt from the book, and this is the symbol. These are the symbols we compare and see what we want to read. But nourishment really, honestly, it's not just about the food that we put in. So, and I forget which spiritual leader I had heard talk about this. Maybe it was 𝗪𝗵𝘁, and he talks about, look, I don't put trash in my house because I live in my house. I don't eat trash because, you know, I live in this vessel. And I'm totally paraphrasing. And then he also talks about, and I don't put trash in my mind because that's where my spirit or my mindset lives, right? So with the nourishment energy, I'm getting big mental transformation as well. And this is really talking about, you know, you've heard of the phrase, we are what we consume, right? And please, no judgment from me. I consume a lot of crap. All sorts of, you know, sugar and convenience foods. This is not about that. It's more about we are what we consume, and that includes the content that we consume, the books we read, the conversations we have with people. And that's what's changing. That's what's coming to you in the near future. And this really, I feel like your friend circle, the people around you, you're attracting more and more gentler, pure souls around you as you've been putting this effort into yourself. Well, let's read this a little bit from the book, number 27. And as I said, I'll give you the overview, but basically these are called hexagrams, and we compared the changes between two. Those are called changing lines. So if you want to Google what you're gonna do, you don't need this book, you don't need any of this, you just need the numbers, okay? For pile 3, you're gonna Google or search I number 61 and I Ching number 27. Those are your numbers, 61 and 27. If you want to go further, the lines you want to read are 2 and 5, but you can skip this piece. Just remember 61 and 27. I'll just put this here while I read through. So let's read, and this is how the description goes much more in detail. We're not going to do that here. That's for those of you who really want to get into it. So nourishment. Nourishment refers to more than just a healthy diet of food. This hexagram represents caregiving as well. Eating properly implies care for oneself. Providing healthy meals in the home implies caring for the family. The writer of a great book and the composer of an inspiring piece of music also provide nourishment to humanity in general by caring deeply and offering the fruits of their work to the world. You can know people by observing what they nourish in their own lives. Do they feed and take care of their bodies? Do they cultivate their spirits, their intellects, their moral values? Do they nourish and care for those around them? If so, to whom do they devote their energies? The most successful people are temperate in eating and drinking, thinking and dreaming. They strengthen the world by nourishing their higher self and then sharing it with others. See? So that's what it is. And it talks about some of the composing and taking care of other people as well. So the more good you do, the more good you're attracting. And that's what you're coming into. Really beautiful. I really, really like this. I think this pile is going to be big. But if you want to read, oops, where did that go? Number 27. I know this is a bit extra, but I know there are some of you out there who would like to do this. So read about 61 and 27, and when you get into the details, only read lines 2. So this is how you'll see on the website. You'll see overview and then different lines. So for you, you have to read just the line 2 and line 5. Okay, these are called changing lines. That's the transition from one energy to another. Anyway, if you don't want to do that, that's okay. Totally skip it. we're gonna get more into this, deeper into this. So let's use the Astro Dice and see what area. I feel this is the self, but I don't know. Let's see what area this applies to for group 3. You know, since you've gone through the judgment moment, centering in truth, what nourishment you're coming into. We have, this is South Node, 6th house, and then we have, is this Virgo, is this Scorpio? This is Scorpio. Okay, so we have Scorpio. We have Scorpio in the 6th house, transformation in your daily routines, in the South Node. Okay, so South Node, ooh, this is powerful, you guys. Okay. If you want to follow astrology, go just on YouTube, search for South Node in Scorpio, or just search for nodes 2022. The South Node is going into Scorpio, and this really talks about what are we supposed to leave behind. Scorpio is the house, the 8th house. It's out of, you know, resurrection. It's about you know, all taboo topics or our shadow self. Okay, what do we hide? What are we embarrassed about? Embracing all of that and then leaving that behind. And I say leaving that because we have the South Node. South Node is what we are naturally born with, but what we are meant to leave behind. So the nodes have either already shifted, I believe, on the 19th. Yeah, I'm recording on the 19th. They're shifting. South Node is going into Scorpio, North Node is going into Taurus. So that this, it stays like that for a year and a half. So the next year and a half is going to be a pivotal period for you. And resurrection and changes in the 6th house. So you are likely, this is so beautiful with nourishment over here. 6th house is all about our daily routines. It's about our nourishment. It's about our health and our work. Okay, so this is what is our daily schedule like. Do we make room for our health, our mental health, our physical health, emotional health? Do we make time for that or not? And that's what you're changing. I said this is going to be self. I had that, but I didn't see, I really did not anticipate like South Node coming out for you guys. So this is going to be a very pivotal time. And from when I'm recording it, it's the next 18 months are going to be very, very transformative for you. Some of you may shift, what do we say? You may shift your jobs, and by shift I mean like, you know, how companies are now allowing a hybrid work model. So you may like stop commuting, you may do a mixed flexible model, or you may just start working from home. And getting that because that's what you're leaving, like this whole routine of the grind as you're nourishing your mind, body, and soul. Okay, but yeah, take it as it fits. Let's see, let's get some more. Let's use tea leaf and get maybe like 4 or 5. See what this change is about for group number 3. Whoa, okay, I don't want to come to, so you get 6. Anywho, let's see what we have. We have the archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Yeah, we'll take it. We have the knot. Some unsuccessful plans that may have been in the past because we were not grounded, we were not rooted in the truth. We have the mountain road. You are on the road to success. Okay, so leaving those knots behind, moving on to taking the high road, like really like coming out into that. Then we have harp, great happiness. Look at that. Oh my goodness. We have claw, be careful, do not take risks. And then we have handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important. So new connections coming in, and at the same time, it's, you know, here it's also asking you to be cautious with who you give your energy to, okay? Because, you know, the beautiful soul and the transformation that you're going through at this time, you know, gentler souls can unfortunately sometimes also attract narcissists. So just watch out for that. Tighten up your boundaries, but outside of that, like really, really beautiful energies that are showing up over here. Very, very positive. Let's get some Lenormand on these for centering in truth and nourishment, the present and future. I'm really liking this. Okay, oh, okay. So there we go, the mountain. The mountain is clarifying, centering in truth. So you have really scaled a mountain, okay? You have followed your truth all the way up and you've summited, okay? You really, this is, as I said, it's like a very judgment, resurrection type energy that I'm getting here in the present moment. Oh, and it's right next to the mountain road. Okay, so you're on the road to success. You are on the road to success. And with the nourishment, you have the ring. Okay, Lenormand, ring in Lenormand really talks about commitment, talks about beneficial connections, mutually beneficial connections. We're very genuine. This can also be friendship, but the ring literally talks about engagement. Okay, and this could be engagement literally for some of you, or the term for me that's really ringing right now in my ears is commitment. Committing to yourself, committing to a new lifestyle, committing to your success, your mind, body, spirit, nourishment is gonna open tons of doors for you. You have to leave the familiar behind. You have the Scorpio and South Node. That is literally like the world is shifting for you. I'm probably not emphasizing how big a deal this is, because this coming out in your reading is like the planets are now urging you, pushing you towards your North Node, pushing you out of your comfort zone and saying, yeah, you've been there, done that. Now it's time for you to evolve. Now it's time for you to honor yourself and commit to yourself. And again, the more you do it, the more, it's all energy, right? All the energies open up, but literally the planets are enabling you to do this. So, oof, this is big. This is big, group 3. Really big. And I see the next year and a half is going to be life-changing for you. I can tell you that. Okay, let's look at tarot, and let's just see what's some advice from Spirit on what should you do, what actions should group 3 take. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, leaving the old behind, stepping into the new. This is with centering in truth that I said as I was getting the judgment energy. You've been on this journey for a while, and now your wheel is turning, okay? Let's see. Let's get 2 or 3, maybe more. We have, yeah, look at that. The Tower, completely shattering your old belief system, where you were once. And look at all the mountains you scaled. Like, this is literally like all the same imagery. So major changing. This is your big opportunity to create the foundations that you want. Okay, there's Ace of Swords. Spirit is saying, follow your mind, follow your new nourished mind, because you're getting new ideas at this point. This is the breakthrough moment, okay? This is the breakthrough moment where you realize that you can achieve what you put your mind to. Again, a lot of butterflies in this deck. Very transformational mindset that you're going through. So this is a aha moment. I think I'm repeating myself, but I feel like this is your big aha moment. And then you have the Four of Pentacles, like feeling secure, building your stability, okay? But at the same time, it's like you no longer have to worry about having the resources or having to, you know, just like think, am I gonna be able to sustain this or not? You will. You have the stability. You worked on it now. And again, with this showing up with the Tower right here, this is the time where you're building your old foundation and literally claiming your destiny. You are claiming your destiny at this time. Let's see how Spirit is helping you. How's Spirit helping group? Okay, look at that. Group 3, look at that. Your hard work. Spirit is helping you by rewarding for all of your hard work and your commitment. 8 of Pentacles is where we are committed to a cause, and in this case, to your life, to your value systems, to your beliefs, to your truth. We started with the truth. You've been committed to it and you're being rewarded for it. 8 of Pentacles is what produces results. Okay, it's also a very heavy Capricornian energy I'm picking up over here. And Spirit is helping you by bringing you, oh my God, for some of you, a happy family. Four of Pentacles is also the family energy. We have the ring here, and we have the Ten of Cups. Absolute wish fulfillment. Full, this is contentment, okay? That's what Spirit is bringing to you because you've put in the hard work, you've done all the shadow work, and you've been committed to your path. So let's see what is the outcome if you continue to, you know, should you choose to follow this breakthrough moment and build your foundation to your liking and claim your luck, build your foundation. Let's see what the outcome is with that. Oh, I love it. Two more. Oh, okay, we got an extra card for you. Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you. See, first the world. What did I say? The world is moving for you. The planets are moving for you, okay? This is literally both of these cards here, the Wheel of Fortune and the World, they talk about closing old chapters. You are putting old chapters behind you, completely resurrecting and walking through a new portal. You're starting anew in whatever area, maybe in all areas, but you're starting anew with the World card showing up. Nine of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. This will bear fruit. The Nine of Pentacles is, again, literally going from the Eight of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles. You have matured so much, you have grown so much, and this is going to bring you long-lasting results. The Ring again, commitment, long-lasting. Six of Wands, being accepted and recognized for the beautiful you that you are. This is recognition. You know, it comes after argument, okay? The card before this in tarot is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is where we have conflict, we have arguments, we're trying to hold our ground, and finally people see your worth, okay? Not that that should be your goal, because what others think, and Spirit is really calling me to say that, what others think should never be your foundation. Your foundation is your truth. And that's what's going to lead you to success, but you are coming into success in recognition from all the hard work that you've done. Keep following your intuition with the Moon card. This is a time where you will see your fears are going to just fall away because the Moon can sometimes call about our fears. Did we have Scorpio? Yeah, we did, right here. So this is the Scorpionic energy a little bit, although it's like Pisces / Scorpio. It's a very water-based element here to me, but it's calling about, you know, sometimes when our doubts, because we've been conditioned a certain way, come up as fears and we hold ourselves back. That time is over. That time is over. You're going to stand in your power. You're going to trust your intuition. Keep doing that. Look at that. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Moon, Tower. They're like four major arcana here, and it's all about you breaking through, you know, creating, claiming your power, your commitment, bringing true results, and creating a solid foundation. A very, very, very happy outcome of this, okay? I'm telling you, next year and a half, complete transformation for this group. In all areas, seriously. Okay, let's close out your reading. What can help you more? Let's look at some astro elements. What does Spirit want you to know? What astrological elements could help you further on this path, on this change? 1, 2, and 3. Look at that. Your safety. You're going to feel very safe. So in astrology, again, Moon is all intuition in tarot, right? And it talks about sometimes hidden shadows in our inner work, but it is a place of strength. In astrology, the Moon is, again, our feelings and how we feel, but that represents what we find safety in. What do we need? This is the needs, okay? These are the feelings. And some of the keywords here are instinct, nurturing, gut reactions, comfort, digestion, home, family, conditioning, habits, femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment, emotions, sustenance, self-soothing, moods, mother. Okay, so again, this is a time where you have to honor your feelings, where you have to trust your judgment, trust your gut feelings. That's going to be your ultimate radar for this group for success. Okay, nobody else but your own intuition that's going to play a very big role here, should you choose to follow. Fourth house literally has come out for every group here. So again, they have the Four of Pentacles and the fourth house. It's all about your roots. And you have the Tower. Powerful foundations that you're setting for yourself. This I think specifically for this group, like as long as you have Scorpio in the South Node, or South Node in Scorpio, whatever that is. It's take advantage of this time. Take advantage of this time, because you're coming into family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, and shell. Okay, a lot of stability coming in the fourth house for you. And then finally, we have ascendant outlook. Oh my God. So you may want to pay special. This is so beautiful. Ascendant is what we are meant to lean into, similar to the North Node. Again, they're different things, but we have a sun sign, a moon sign, and an ascendant sign. You have the moon showing up here, and you have the ascendant showing up here. So what this is saying is it's not what you were born with. This is the time to lean into your future looking goals. Okay, that's what you need to step into. So it may help if you want to read more about your ascendant sign, and then try to incorporate some of those qualities into your life. But ascendant, the keywords here are again outlook. This is worldview. World, where's the world? Worldview, mission statement, expression, effect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, and first impression. So I know, sorry, this is kind of a little blurry, but this is what this talks about. Ascendant is what we are leaning into. How do we see the world? How do we project ourselves into the world? That's what this time is for you guys. So just lean into that, claim your power, build your life the way you want. This is a major transformative time for you. Stay rooted in the truth and keep nourishing your mind, body, soul. All the energies are really lining up for you very beautifully. So those are the messages I have for you, group 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know what you think. Comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. I wish you much love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.